Well, after concluding his 45-hour-long meditation break in Kanyakumari, Prime Minister Modi has penned a heartfelt note sharing his vision for Viksit Bharat. In his letter, he also took on pessimists, saying there is a need to free the society from pessimists and that freedom from negativity is the first step towards success. So the Prime Minister has written a heartfelt letter. This is after the meditation. Meanwhile, Amit Shah has tweeted regarding the same and has said, our efforts will create a strong foundation for the coming generations, taking Bharat to new heights. He has, of course, spoken about the Prime Minister's letter as well, saying, read Prime Minister Modi's blog to learn more about Bharat's next giant leap to greatness. So as the exit polls have been predicting a big victory for the NDA, Prime Minister Modi penning a heartfelt letter. He has spoken about Viksit Bharat. My colleague Swati is joining us with the reactions that have been coming in on social media after the Prime Minister wrote this letter where he did take on the pessimists. He said that taking on pessimists or dismissing them was the first step towards success, Swati.
Absolutely. Well, the Prime Minister wrote this letter, shared his vision with the country when he was on his way back from Kanyakumari to the national capital. Let me quickly read out some excerpts from that letter where he talks about the new Sankalp from his sadhana. And the Prime Minister says he addresses the country when he says, my fellow Indians, the biggest festival of democracy, the 2024 Lok Sabha elections are concluding today in our nation, the mother of democracy. After a 3-day spiritual journey in Kanyakumari, I have just boarded the plane for Delhi. Through the day, Kashi and numerous other seats have been in the midst of voting. Then he talks about how he began his election campaign from Meerut, the importance of Meerut and other places wherever he campaigned. He's sharing his experience about that. In the next paragraph, the Prime Minister is talking about meditation, how it becomes challenging amid such huge responsibilities that he's had to shoulder. And he talks about important events that have taken place in India, including the G20 event. The one that you're talking about, the pessimism issue, the Prime Minister has addressed that as well. And the Prime Minister says, as a nation, we also need to reassess outdated thinking and beliefs. We need to free our society from the pressure of professional pessimists. We must remember that freedom from negativity is the first step towards achieving success. Success blossoms in the lap of positivity. So while sharing his vision and talking about development in India, important events organized in India, he's talking about freeing the country from pessimism. And then, like you pointed out, yes, the Home Minister has tweeted about that, about the Prime Minister's Sankalp. He says, and I quote, our efforts will create a strong foundation for the coming generations, taking Bharat to new heights. And he's talking about the Prime Minister's vision. He says, read the Prime Minister's blog to learn more about Bharat's next giant leap to greatness. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Swati, thank you for joining us with the details of that letter that the Prime Minister has penned. Ravikant is also on the broadcast with us. Ravikant, the Prime Minister's meditation or the tapasya came after, of course, the elections had come to an end, after the campaigning for the elections had come to an end. And after that, the Prime Minister has penned this letter. But this, of course, also holds a lot of significance, especially considering this is coming at a time when the exit polls have predicted a clean sweep for the NDA.